Welcome back, everybody, to Game 2 of the Dota 2 Champions League Season 3 matchup between Fnatic and DreamTeam168, aka known as the Retry. Hopefully, we're sounding good. I know, there was a lot of technical issues, and I'm really sorry about that. Honestly, I'm really angry about it. But we do what we can. We're fixed it. We're good now. Continue to tweet at me if there are further issues, and I will see that they do get sorted as we go. But let's go ahead, get into the draft, guys. We can focus on some actual Dota, because that's what we're here for. Dream Team 168 versus Fnatic. Game 1, they ran something a little bit interesting. Actually, by the way, just want to add again, I will be recasting Game 1 because everything was so screwed that, you know what, let's just redo it. All right, let's just redo the whole entire thing. That way we have good VODs. Everything else, you know, it's worth sticking around. And honestly, it seemed like a really great game. And I just, I focused where I could, but we missed half of the game due to technical issues. So replay will be up soon. We'll just cast off of that. We'll have a short break between this game and redoing Game 1. Just an extra hour, so... Anyway, Dream Team, they had a really interesting draft in Game 1, running a Phantom Assassin. The last time we saw Phantom Assassin was teams like Alliance have run it in the past, Cloud9 running it with the, actually Evil Geniuses were the last ones I can recall that ran it with a Wisp. So... not many times you see that Phantom Assassin being picked up without the Wisp, but it seemed to work out all right. Unfortunately, it just felt like Fnatic drafted a little bit better. They ran a lot of heroes that were high impact in the mid game, but also can transition to decent carries going into the late game. And it just became a simple matter of running like a 4-core lineup that was still strong in the mid game, but also retained its strength going into the late game up against a single carry like that. Razor, at the point that we were getting to, he was... falling off rather heavily. So, bans coming out, though. We have the Mirana as well as the Batrider being banned out by Fnatic. Mirana finally out of the pool. Nahaz would be happy about that one. Wisp as well as the Train Protector banned away by Dream Team 168. Invoker and Earthshaker is picked up by DT, while the Shadow Demon and Darkseer is grabbed by Fnatic. I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of the Darkseer. Like, he's one of my favorite heroes, but I just don't really feel he is in that 1-2 pickup, especially with the recent change of Fisher no longer being able to block pull. That was one of the truly unique things about Earthshaker, that certain teams ran it very, very well. But now it's with that no longer being there. Reserve time. You can do other things with the Fisher, but I don't value nearly as highly as the abuse that you can get out of being able to pull creeps to the Ancient stack on the dire side or something like that. So... other bands coming out, though. Sand King as well as the Ancient Apparition taken away by Dream Team 168. You see the obviously what they're going for here is taking away some of the big team fight ultimates that they don't want to have to worry about when they know they're dealing with Darkseer, who can set up a really, really good vacuum into a good Burrow Strike Epicenter combo combined with an Ice Blast on top. That will eliminate any hero. I don't care how tanky you are. That is going to be enough to put some serious hurting on you. Nyx Assassin going to be banned away by Fnatic. So maybe taking away some of the higher priority offlaners that they don't want to deal with. Because that certainly cannot be a Nyx Assassin support, not when you already have the Earthshaker in the pool. I really like to see the Earthshaker in the Chinese scene. We're watching some of those Chinese games recently where they picked up the Earthshaker as a really good initiation up against an Ember Spirit. That is the one time that I actually highly value an Earthshaker in that 1-2 area. Otherwise, I feel like you could probably leave him for later into the pool. But that's just my thoughts. Maybe Dream Team feeling a lot more confident about their Earthshaker play. Luna's now going to be grabbed by Fnatic. And we actually don't know. This could be a 1-position Luna, or this could be a 2-position Luna. Hani has been known to run Luna in the mid lane quite often. So still, that pickup does not limit Fnatic in any way here. They could still do something really interesting with their lanes. We'll have to see. Luna going up against an Invoker, especially with an Earthshaker having the potential to roam around, I wouldn't feel very confident about that just because of how naturally Luna is very, very squishy. So leading into a Fisher, follow up with a Cold Snap, that could easily shut down Luna very, very early on in the laning phase. And I think that might be a little risky. So if they do run Luna in the mid lane, I would kind of be leaning towards maybe running some other support with her, and they could just run dual lanes. Or they just run a traditional one-position Luna with a defensive tri-lane behind her. Dream Team, so I was talking about this in game one, but we had to like close the stream. Nobody was, actually, I'm pretty sure nobody actually heard me during the time. But Dream Team is a team that has been looking a lot better. I think they have a decent amount of potential here. This latest rendition of Dream Team, aka the retry, is basically what it is. It's just the retry. Over and over and over again, they have remade their team. And I think this latest rendition has a decent amount of potential here. They have been looking a lot better than when they first started in their first couple of matches of the D2CL. I was feeling kind of questionable. I was like, I don't know about this team, man. But they have been looking a lot better in the last couple of matches I have casted them. I think they've got a lot of potential, and they've been performing. They limit their mistakes a lot more.
Reserve time.
Game one felt like there were definitely some major mistakes, but honestly, there was also a little bit of just RNG going against them in some of the critical team fights where they needed just normal. They just needed normal criticals. They didn't need something amazing, man. They didn't need like triple critical and move on and a whole bunch of misses or anything like that. They just needed a critical here and there, and the Phantom Assassin just could not get that. And team fights really fell apart because of that. But going back to it, Dream Team, I think they've been performing a lot better of recently. I think they've been really pushing themselves. And all in all, limiting the mistakes that when I first saw this team, they were diving all over the place. They were playing ultra aggressive, going into tier 2s, 8 minutes in. Who gives a fuck? You know, just going in and playing some good old-fashioned CIS Dota, but with no restraint whatsoever. And now I think they do have that restraint. They're still an aggressive team, but they have control. They have control over that aggression. Doom and Rubik is now going to be grabbed by DreamTeam168, so looking like that should be your defensive tri-lane there. The Earthshaker probably pulling, trying to get as much golden experience as possible. Earthshaker is a greedy support hero, I feel, in the laning phase. Doesn't provide as much. Of course, he does have a really good setup stun with the Rubik Telekinesis for a good block off, but still, I don't value the Earthshaker here a whole much in the laning phase, so play this defensively, maybe go for the pulls, and Fnatic, looking at that, know that they can get a little bit greedy themselves. They know with the Doom pickup here, Dream Team do not have a strong tri-lane. The Earthshaker makes you question whether or not their tri-lane could actually be any strong at all, but the Doom kind of seals the deal, right? He's a very, very passive hero in the laning phase, does not provide a whole lot with a maxed out Devour Scorched Earth build. So they know they can get really, really greedy with their pickups here. So they go for an Enigma. Why not? One of the fastest junglers in the game who's going to be able to give you a huge advantage going into the mid game. His only downside is he does not provide nearly as much as the junglers of Chen and Enchantress. But if you know the laning phase is going to be pretty passive, if you know you can get away with it, why not? Night Stalker is now going to be picked up by Fnatic, and that should be your mid hero. So we're going to be running a Luna Shadow Demon defensive dual lane, Enigma in the jungle, Night Stalker is at mid, and Darkseer is going to be our off lane. Meanwhile, Dream Team, I'm not convinced that they have a lineup to be able to support a Pugna here, but they grab the Pugna. Now, Doom is going to be a decent hero in the regards that he can play right up in the front lines, and it looks like we're going to also have a change up in our laning phase as well, because this means now that we have a 3-position Doom. We're no longer going to be seeing that defensive tri-lane. Well, actually, they're going aggressive here. Maybe with the Telekinesis Fissure into a Blast. Because the Enigma pickup coming out from Fnatic, I didn't think they really had it in them to be able to pull off an aggro try, but with that Pugna pickup, he is a very, very strong laner. So maybe running Doom in the safe lane solo, run ZXC in the mid lane, with an Exort build especially, like leading, you've got some really long-term disables here between the Rubik Telekinesis, who may be able to catch out No-Tail here. He's just barely not in the mark now, eats his way through the trees, grabs No-Tail, and pulls him back in. Do they have enough? Disruption's going to go down. The rest of the team is coming in. There goes that, oh no, the Iron Shell's going to do a lot of work here. ZXC already getting low. We will be cleaned up. That's going to be your first blood. PGG now on the run as he has no mana to be able to defend himself. A nuke goes off, and the Ion Shell going to be able to finish the deal there. So, bad start to that aggressive tri-lane there for Dream Team as they lose 2 heroes in quick succession and also give up that first blood. Not a great start at all, but it looks like they're still going to be going for the aggro try. They still want to try and make it work here. That was a great play from Shadow Demon, but I also think that was really greedy of Dream Team to think that they actually had enough disables to be able to catch out a support like that. Like, they used the Fissure and the Telekinesis just to be able to put Shadow Demon close enough for a nuke. After that, they didn't have anything else. So once Shadow Demon was able to dodge that nuke with a good disruption on himself, it just sealed that he was just going to be able to walk away from that whole entire team fight. Then the rest of the team came in, and all of a sudden you saw that big turnaround. So Dream Team are going to be starting out this aggro try at a bit of a disadvantage in golden experience. However, they also forced a lot of Fnatic to blow through much of their regen. You can see No-Tail is still low, and he has no regen to his name right now. Of course, he has the gold to be able to bring it in. As you can see already, we have Courier bringing in a bottle. And the catch out, Luna in some trouble. Era just walking himself away. This is the bit of an issue. Rubik and Earthshaker are they don't put out a whole lot of damage, right? Between the two of them, they have a decent amount of disable time, but only 125 nuke damage. Because obviously Telekinesis isn't doing anything. You have to hit just the most beautiful block in order to get enough right clicks to finish off a hero. I mean, that was a Luna, for God's sakes. That was a Luna with no supports being able to back him up, and he still just walked away from the engagement. But the upside being that we are going to be having a Doom run up against a Darkseer. Now, that's not going to be bad for Trixie. It's just Afterlife should do fairly well in this lane. If necessary, you can always devour any of the Ion Shell creeps. If Trixie ever tries to pull off the double Ion Shell on him, just Scorched Earth will be able to give him a lot of the regen and also devour. Afterlife, though, is copping a little bit more damage than I feel is necessary. Top lane, though, Enigma is coming in. Already the Earthshaker's down. Nubik may go down as well as he takes in a little bit of extra damage there from that Soul Catcher, but Luna does not have enough for the last nuke. PGG maybe looking for a block off on No-Tail, but the rest of his team is not in a great place to make a turn. And just because Enigma can't roam around as effectively as the Chen and Enchantress doesn't mean it is impossible. Era pulled back. Great Fissure block off, and that's what you need. That is exactly what you need to have in order to kill Era. But we do have a rotation into the middle lane. As we saw No-Tail, he wasn't there to help out the Luna, and the reason is because he wants to see if he can maybe gank up this mid lane, but I'm surprised they're going for it so early, seeing as we still need another minute and a half for nighttime. But you could see what Hani's trying to do is loosen up ZXC a little bit with a couple of nukes, void him down to relatively low health, bottle some of that mana up, and maybe they can get a Disruption Soul Catcher in order to finish him off. But No-Tail's already rotating back to base. And because of that last kill, Era just trying to pick up whatever experience he can, no longer trying to approach the lane, not without No-Tail there. Afterlife is beginning to chase away Trixie. You can see the early advantage brought to him by having that pack leader's aura, plus the critical. He has enough regen to be able to survive through Ion Shell, and it actually has enough to be able to put down some aggression onto Trixie. But overall, Trixie, whenever he feels any sort of danger at all, he just backs up Ion Shells some creeps. And worst comes to worst, you're still picking up full experience. So the aggro try is working for now. Rubik brought back. Oh, good block off. No-Tail's in some trouble. He's nowhere to go as the Fate Bolt goes out, finish them off. Era trying to go on Nubik here. Will be able to finish him off thanks to the Malphus and the straight right clicks as PGG tries to do what he can with his fist, but there's only so much an Earthshaker could do. So support in exchange for the carry Pugna here. Definitely worth it for Fnatic. It cost Enigma a little lost time in the jungle, but obviously well worth it for the kill. Hani, now it's nighttime, and is going to find a double damage rune. So great start for him, at least. Problem is, Invoker is so damn tanky when he goes to Quas that it's unlikely. I don't think Hani will really be able to make a dive worth it. Not up against the Forge Spirits and the Cold Snap and everything else. I don't think you can kill him fast enough for the silence to last. And at that point, then you're diving into a tower and Forge Spirits, where Invoker can just turn around and Cold Snap you. So unless ZXC is a little bit below full health, I doubt Hani's going to be trying to go for that dive, even with the double damage rune. Phase Boots now being picked up by Afterlife, and ooh, That's a scary amount of damage
Radiant's bottom
now.
tower is under attack.
That critical strike from the Wolf is just rather insane. Look at that, 256 damage. Trixie does have a soul ring, so he's going to be spamming out double ion shells constantly, so not even a maxed out Devour will save him. And sure enough, Hani, not going to be trying to go for the kill in middle, has rotated into the bottom lane, but Invoker, hopefully he said something. Afterlife, he definitely knows what's going on. He didn't have the vision, but Invoker definitely gave him the heads up. And he's like, hey man, it's nighttime. We got a Night Stalker with the double damage rune. It still doesn't matter. Afterlife, he got a little greedy in there. Scorched Earth won't be able to save him here as he's still going to fall. Block off going out from PGG. But dude, this is Hani with the double damage rune. I'm not sure if you want to go for this. He needs some extra backup, and that's why those teleports are coming in. PGG will still die here. Hani not low enough. Sunstrike not going to land, as telekinesis did not bring him back, and this is going to be almost a triple kill for Hani. We need more teleports in, but nobody's around, as Pugna did die at that top lane, so not even he's around. So there goes ACH as he falls, and Hani. This time it was actually Trixie who was able to pick up the kill thanks to the Ion Shell, but still, that's 3 kills going the way of this this gank, which should have been completely fruitless, but Doom got a little bit greedy there and wanted to actually get some right clicks. Didn't think that the Night Stalker was still hanging around. Top lane, Eclipse going off, easily killing the Pugna as they dive into that tier 1 tower. Earthshaker unable to change anything once again. In fact, he's going to get caught here. Sunstrike doesn't quite land. PGG in a bad position here as he does have some rotations coming in from behind. Hani with the regen rune. Easy dive for them to be able to have. Actually, he's going to go on for the Rubik first. Easier kill to have. PGG has nowhere to run. He's probably calling for teleports here, but it's completely worthless. We have 4 heroes making this rotation. He tries to get off the Fissure. Will be able to, but he's just going to be kited around. The kill does go the way of Luna, sealing it with that Lucent Beam. Fly's going to be able to make his way out in time. Bottom lane, looks like we do have Afterlife. Hasn't gone for the Doom just yet, but maybe thinking about it. And a level 4 Pugna, you could see how badly this aggressive tri-lane has gone. And I don't think you could have asked for much more. Hani is going to be coming in. Nubik's going to go once again. Just look at the double nukes happen. Just that by itself practically kills Nubik. Hani continues to go for the dive. He knows that no support rotations are really going to stop him here. PGG gets the best of it, being able to land a double stun and might just be able to trade his life. In fact, he gets the kill on Hani thanks to the block off that made sure that Era couldn't get enough right clicks. And now Era's going to go down as well. He knows the Rubik is coming in from the side, so he ducks into the side lane here. But he has nowhere he can go, as a simple Fade Bolt will finish him off eventually. Or the nuke from Nubik. So, hey, at least they get something there. It was actually worth it for once. The Earthshaker teleporting in and somehow ensures 2 kills for his team. But we're going to see another dive here. No Tail, he's level 4. We do have Darkseer with level 8. I'm not convinced that they have what it takes to be able to kill, so they need some extra rotations, and that's why the Night Stalker, Hani, is not slowing down at all. He's already gotten so many kills. They know they can go for the dive here. They give a little vision, trying to catch out Afterlife. Daytime is up, but Night Stalker still moving at max movement speed thanks to that surge. Doom being used onto No Tail. Afterlife will be able to get a kill here, but definitely worth it for Fnatic, especially since they're going to get the deny on the Shadow Demon. So no experience, no gold. Going the way of Doom. And now Dream Team, they're already so far behind, they're going to do what they can. It's just push in this middle lane, but
bottom tower is under attack.
It's always going to be at a trade because Enigma, now that you've got that maxed out Eidolons, you are a very sufficient pusher.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, don't tell me PGG. Oh, No Tail, he didn't have his ultimate.
Dire's middle
They do get the middle tier 1 tower, and that's something at least. But it's very obvious Fnatic are pulling a lot more out of the map, and they're also getting a lot more kills. Another surge going down on Hani, trying to get close enough to Rubik. Malphys goes off, but the teleports are coming in. And PGG trying to get the block up there. Sunstrike will be able to get the kill on Fly. And that's the combo we wanted to see more of, but that was something. They just did not have a whole lot of coordination at that aggro try for the Sunstrikes. ZXC did go for Midas here, but he's definitely going to need a 4-staff up against this Night Stalker. Like, all the chasing potential, 4-staffs are going to be important. It might not be enough to save you, but
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It might help a little bit. Hani's going to be going in for this bottom lane. Afterlife was farming up. Waiting for the nuke, though. Afterlife is trying to see if he can maybe get off the teleport, but Trixie's there as well. That was a really smart decision there from Hani. Saving his nuke until he knew Trixie was close enough to be able to get a vacuum. Afterlife is juking around a little bit and gets back to the Pugna in time. So the haste rune won't be effective enough for Hani to be able to secure the kill. But again, always a trade. They're forcing aggression at this bottom lane, and Dream Team had to rotate so many heroes in order to help out that Doom. It means this top lane is completely left wide open. As Fnatic are going to be able to take that tier 1 tower, smoke up, coming out from Dream Team. But this is just a desperation smoke. This is a smoke where we have 4 heroes in lane. We have to make this worth something, but already Hani is back to this middle lane and picks up a Midas. Why not? It's only 10.5 minutes in. It feels a lot later, man, but it's only 10.5 minutes in. He could keep up his farm while also keeping pressure onto Dream Team. This Night Stalker pick, man, just completely destroyed Dream Team. Pugna especially just being wasted by these nukes. And I wasn't really feeling like Doom was going to be a good enough hero. Like, they didn't have heroes to really be able to protect the Pugna well enough, I felt. PGG just going to farm up top lane. He's still got a long ways to go for his blink, and apparently ZXC is still going to be focusing on the pushing power. I mean, this is what this whole entire lineup was about, was with the Zoo Invoker. Rubik's going to get caught out here. Telekinesis, stun up Fly, but he's still taking way too much damage. Turns around, does what he can with the Ion Shell, but he knows it's a lost cause, so. Anyway, ZXC is still going to be going for the Force Spirits Necronomicon build, but honestly, I see no way for them to actually be able to make this push lineup work. Downside being that they don't have any other options here. Pugna is not a hero that goes into late game all that great. When Pugna was being picked up frequently for push strategies, you had a huge discrepancy between your win rate before 25 minutes and your win rate after. And if the game ever pushed past 25, you had something like a just disgusting, like 33% win rate. Afterlife runs into Trixie there, but Trixie is not only tanky, but he was able to get the surge off before the Doom could have gone down, so. And Era is just loving life right now. He's going to go for a Yasha, so going for that stacking and a little bit greedy with the farm build here, but he didn't go full greed with like a Midas into a Helma Dominator or anything like that, but he gets himself some basic stats. He gets him his ability to be able to stack up the Ancients, and also Yasha is a great farming item that allows you to clear through Ancient stacks that much quicker. And they're going to go for a push at this bottom lane. Hani is invised up, and he's going to go for Nubik immediately. Starts burning him down. Nubik, buddy. You got to realize what's happening here. You're taking damage. Oh, God, he's low enough that Hani's just going to finish him off with a straight nuke. Hani's not even going to kill him with that. Finally, he throws down the nuke. And there goes our Pugna. The Invis Ion Shell. What a classic. Turns around. Trixie not going to be able to get out the vacuum in time due to the Doom, but he's certainly going to be fine with this situation. As he just walks out, Afterlife already has a bunch of stacks. He should fall here. As soon as No Tail tries to get off one more, pops it, but it's not quite enough. As he has a very, very low level of that poison. PGG stuns up Hani a little bit. And ZXC can't do much with that silence on him. Hani's just playing the distance game. He's just going to kite around these heroes. They know they have no other option but trying to make their way back here. PGG extending himself out pretty far here. He's going to run out of this surge, and now gets the stun on Hani, but he's so damn tanky. That was just so desperate of them. Try and go for that kill. We did have Luna again pushing in this top lane. Yasha's finished up for him. Looks like we're going to have another hood picked up for Fly. As actually straight pipe is going to be had for him before the 20-minute mark. And of course, Hani, with all the rune control that they have, he snags himself a regen rune. This guy is a goddamn machine. Look at his CS right now, sitting at 45 and 7, and yet his net worth, he's sitting third. 6,200, very, very close to second and first place, which is currently Era sitting at 6,500 gold. Soon to be a lot more once he takes his tier 1 tower. And the Invoker, who ZXC is still doing well in farm, but the Doom has just fallen by the wayside in that regard. tier 1 tower does go down in middle lane. Going to be traded for the bottom one, but
Dire's bottom tower
Dream Team's
has fallen.
lineup is much more oriented towards these pushes, so it's to Fnatic's favor that they are trading tower for tower. And I think, like, honestly, Dream Team have no other option here but to hope to go late game with a Doom really farmed up, but that's not what their lineup was meant for here. PGG going to get caught out here. Era will pop the ultimate here just to be able to ensure the kill on the Earthshaker. At the same time, ZXC using a level 1 Ghost Walk there. That movement speed, though. 234 movement speed with regular boots and level 1 Ghost Walk. Level 1 Wex Ghost Walk, I should say. No tail. Oh, he runs into him. He realizes what's happening, but counter ward not thrown down in time. Throws it in an awkward position there. Pipe is finished up by the Enigma. And as soon as you see, like, I'm honestly not even sure, like, does Era go for a BKB here? He's dealing with Doom, like, obviously a lot of magic damage coming out from the Pugna as well as the Invoker, but you do have a really early Pipe. Maybe you just build into straight stats. Manta does give you a decent amount of sustain. Turn that into a faster Butterfly and Satanic. Yeah, why not? You have that many stats, maybe you don't need a BKB at all. I would say you would definitely have to go BKB on Fnatic if you weren't crushing this game so damn badly. 6,000 gold lead right now for them and over 7,000 experience lead. Smoke up from Dream Team, and this is their big opportunity, but Fnatic, they're not too grouped up in the pit right now. You have a couple of heroes there. PGG looking for his opening, but DXC now going to be turned around on. They won't be able to have any of his magic damage. They're already able to finish off the Darkseer. Era getting low as well as PGG tries to dunk on him. Telekinesis goes out. Good disruption there. And Era, he's going to be able to walk away from this one. The nuke doesn't come out in time. Lonnie turns around, finishes off the Rubik real quickly, and they back away. Just buying themselves a little bit of time. They lost Era as well as their Darkseer, Trixie. They should be able to contest Roshan here, I feel, with just a little bit of damage from Hani, but Hani not going in just yet. Fly does have a black hole. They're all inside the pit right now. They could go for this. Aegis is on the deck, already picked up by the Invoker. Fly tries to get off a black hole, but instantly stunned up by the cold snap coming out from ZXC. Great play by him, and Dream Team have just bought themselves the game back. They now have Necro Book 3 and Aegis on themselves. They got the mech up on the Pugna. And a BKB finished up by the Doom. If they can turn this into some tier 2 towers, oh man, Fnatic just gave them such a big victory there. Start beating on these tier 2s. Fnatic still, I feel, have a better team fight lineup, but that's going to be shown here. Sunstrike not going to land on No Tail there. PGG kind of caught out here as he dives in further into this tier 2 tower. Finally, the tower does go down, and the rest of Dream Team are going to start backing themselves up. They will be able to catch out ZXC. We'll see whether or not Dream Team just abandoned him here. Oh, the Fissure block. Oh, PGG. Oh, now the vacuum. They actually pull Rubik back in as well. This should be a double kill for them as now the Invoker goes down. Losing his Aegis, he's just going to be surrounded here. Era may even pop the Eclipse if necessary. Silence already going out on ZXC. Can't do anything about that one. As Dream Team just leave him to die. They can't do anything about that. They'd be running into a Pipe and an Eclipse. That was a PGG Fissure right there. Like, he had the right idea, blocking off some of Fnatic with a good Fissure. It's just Invoker, he needed to be a little bit farther forward, and he would have put him on the other side of the Fissure while blocking off Fnatic. Just rather sad. I think they could have gotten ZXC away otherwise. Maybe would have lost the Aegis, but he would have been so far forward that Fnatic may not have taken that fight. Era's now going to be farming up the Ancient stack, and no surprise since they did kind of lose a little bit control of the game during that Roshan fight. He's going to be going for a BKB. There's a ton of magic damage, so why not? And he should have it here after this gigantic stack, or at least he'll be pretty close. 4-man push on the top lane, as Doom is also going to be joining them. So 5-man push the top lane, see if they can take another tier 1 tower. Fnatic probably not going to be defending this, as they are farming up that stack, and Era is not in a great position. It's better for them just to finish off the BKB, and if necessary, defend their tier 2s.
Is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. PGG with the blink.
PGG with the blink.
Dire's top tower has fallen. 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 Dire's top tower has fallen.
Pugna's going to be going for Necrobooks now as well. And Afterlife. I'm interested to see what his build is going to be, whether or not they go for mass Necrobooks and he builds into one as well, or if he goes into more of a carry-style Doom with the Assault Cuirass and just generally a lot of armor. Or maybe even goes for a very, very early Shivas, just to be able to try and provide that extra teamfight potential. Dream Team,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
they feel like they just picked up a lot of important items here. So they've already taken the tier 2. That's already a big bonus for them, but they're going to get greedy and try and go for the tier 3. Again, they have this push lineup. They want to be able to at least gain themselves a significant advantage by the 25-minute mark, but this is pretty risky. Fnatic, tier 3 is already down. Fnatic have yet to stage any sort of response just yet. The rest of their heroes are coming back on the line. There's your initiation now. Trixie has a Blink Dagger with the mech as well, so if he can get a good blink into the wall and vacuum, then follow that up with maybe Enigma catching out a couple of heroes with the Black Hole, or even just the straight-up walk-in with the Eclipse BKB. They have definitely a very, very good chance to be able to win the team fight up against Dream Team and take back some of this map control. They gave themselves some very, very aggressive wards, as you can see. Trying to be able to go for extra pickoffs there from the side of Hani, who does finish off his Aghanims now. So he's significantly tankier and has that pure, clear vision, whatever you want to call it, during nighttime. Force Staff now finished up by the Invoker. So after the Necrobook 3, I would have figured he needed the survivability before that, but faster Necrobook 3, like going all in on your push strat, is probably for the best. And they may wait until they have double Necrobook 3s. As Nubik is trying to farm his up, already has Necrobook once, so, and he's halfway to number 2, so he's getting there. Just a couple minutes and he will have his. PGG may be going for a Force Staff as well on his side. More mobility you can have, I guess. Fnatic grouped up. Not going to be trading away any more towers. They're not going to give this one up for free. And Trixie is in a good position here to be able to make a blink into this area. Echo Slam goes down. PGG initiates early here as he wants to be able to finish off the Luna, and they already got him. However, Hani does have a double damage room, but they don't with losing Era so quickly there. No Tail just barely able to make that one alive. But man, that was a surprise initiation. I did not expect Dream Team to just jump in like that, but PGG showing off that Blink Dagger and dunking on Era very quickly. He saw the opportunity. He knew he needed some sort of big advantage here for being able to win the team fight, and if they can take away the Luna, chain stun her down before she can pop that BKB, they eliminate most of the damage there for Fnatic. Just a little bit surprised there that Trixie did not initiate before the Earthshaker. Looks like he was definitely positioning himself to be able to make that jump. And Blink Dagger, so we're going to focus on just shutting down this Luna. As Afterlife, with that Blink Dagger, will be able to get the positioning to jump onto this Luna and start laying down a Doom and possibly just straight physical damage as soon as possible. He could be going for, right now he does have the Ice Armor, which is going to help them out a lot, but you see sometimes Dooms, even going into the mid to late game here, still hold on to the Centaur just because of that 2-second stun. When you have a Blink Dagger like this, a 2-second stun can be key for team fights. But for now, he's just going to hold on to the Ice Armor over the Centaur stun or possibly the Pack Leader's Aura. Both would be very strong right now, but this Ice Armor is pretty legit. Especially on a hero that has 0 armor right now. We are going to see Hani rotate around behind this middle lane, catch out the Rubik. They are going to be turned around on here. This may be them trading the Rubik for a team fight, but as I say that, Afterlife and ZXC not looking to take it. And instead just back themselves away. Oh, Trixie, what have you done? And I'm getting concerned here that Dream Team, I thought it was a great idea for them to just like go all in for that top push and everything else. But I'm concerned that they're giving Era too much room to farm here as he picks up yet another Ancient stack. Already had the BKB and already has another 1,700 gold off of that one. Necrobook 3 is going to be up soon for Nubik, so that's going to be definitely a big plus side. for Dream Team. Once they have that, I feel like it's just got to be an all-in push. They're going to start pushing in top pretty heavily here, but they got to do this quickly because Fnatic are already positioning themselves to take a tier 2 in response. If they can take this tier 2, get themselves some gold, and then teleport back in time, it'll be a huge win for them. As every drop of gold, like for example, this could mean actually Era getting his Manta, but as I say that, they got to teleport back. They're feeling a little too exposed without their tier 3. At least the creeps will be able to lay down. In fact, they will take this tier 2. With the Eidolons coming in, Hani's circling around. Again, seeing if maybe he can pick off a hero. There goes the wall. Vacuum going down. Only catches a couple of heroes, though. PGG throws down the stun. Era is able to get off his BKB and the Eclipse, but now the turnaround fly. He was looking for the black hole, but caught out by the Doom and will be wiped out. Era unable to put enough damage here, and the rest of Dream Team are going to be able to get on the aggressive. BKB is faded, and now Era in a bad spot. Echo Slam goes down. PGG locks down some of those heroes in the back. They're going to be able to get a lot out of this. As Fnatic, they're going to have to blow some buybacks if they want to keep their racks alive. They do have a lot of them. But unfortunately, they did not kill anybody from Dream Team. And the Rack's going to be faltering. Fnatic, after what was just such a huge lead for them, have lost a ton of ground. They're going to give up one set of Racks here, but they should be fighting around this tier 3. They have a buyback on the Luna, as well as on Hani's Night Stalker. Did not go down. There goes the buyback. See whether or not they catch anybody. I think Dream Team just need to back up here and take some good control, but Fnatic, they see an opportunity. They lost the Racks, but maybe they can win a good team fight here. No Tail running past the Meteor. ZXC in a little bit of trouble as Era's going to be able to finish him off with a nuke if necessary. No Tail may die to these Force Spirits, but the rest of the Dream Team just trying to get away. Hani on pursuit. Good vacuum, grabbing 2 of these supports, and they both should fall. Malphus is going to go down to the Rubik as Hani pursues on PGG. Good split of resources there in order to maximize the number of kills they get. Bury me here. So that was a great fight for them. They caught out a lot of heroes as Dream Team stuck around just way too long. As soon as those buybacks went out, they should have immediately backed out. But instead, they tried to do a little bit of extra damage to the tier 3s. And Fnatic have some really good chase. They have double Blink Daggers, one on No Tail and the other one up on the Darkseer. And then Hani, it's nighttime. You got the best chase you could possibly get. If Dream Team had just backed away, they could have taken control of the Roche Pit. Or at least made sure that Fnatic didn't have this opportunity to take it for free. And that's what I'm talking about with Dream Team and their over-aggression. So Roshan is going to go the way of Fnatic here, and they just made this worth it for Fnatic. The buyback by Era is going to be able to put him in a position still to grab a quick Manta here and also have that Aegis. Hani with the regen. No Tail. Oh, No Tail. He wanted to blink aggressively here. The rest of the team still around. Nubik looking to be able to throw down the last blast, which will seal the deal. As Fnatic just leave him behind. They did not want to take a fight outside of their base, and it makes sense. They have the Aegis. If they can just stall for time here, that's the only thing they need is just to be able to get the Luna to that next level. You finish off the Manta, you then grab a Butterfly, and all of a sudden you take over team fights by yourself. Take a look at that gold lead real quick. Fnatic still ahead in experience, almost 5,000 experience lead for them. Dream Team, they did have about a 2,500 gold lead, but that has since dipped down due to that last team fight plus Roshan. BKB now up on Hani. The biggest thing is whether or not PGG is able to get a good initiation. He's sitting pretty far back here. Looks like they're just going to be going siege mode here, and they'll put Nubik pretty far out here. But if they try and actually move outside of the base and go on to Nubik, that's when the response is going to come in from the Earthshaker and from the Doom. You have those double Blink Daggers to build some beautiful counter initiation. So dooming the Luna before you get off that ultimate, or dooming up the Enigma before he gets off the black hole. Either one is going to be a prime target. And then, of course, PGG. Just trying to hit as many heroes with his Echo Slam combination as possible. Fnatic are locked inside their base for now. Hani's going to go a little bit scouting here, but this is risky. He does not have a buyback for another 700 gold, so if he gets caught here, that could be the end of the game. So I don't think they could do much without Hani. He's the one taking a lot of this damage. He's got a lot of that chasing power. With only Era being able to provide. Yeah, I like this. Fnatic, they're not going to give Dream Team the opportunity to go for more of that sieging. They're going to smoke up and look for the pickoff. Already, Rubik is kind of low here. Nubik's going to be focused on immediately. So the Eclipse goes out. Nubik will be shattered by that one. As the rest of Fnatic now in pursuit, ZXC, he's going to get picked off as well. Force Staff will not be able to save him. He just cannot get the distance necessary. And that was a smart decision from Fnatic. Take it to Dream Team. See if you can catch them out. And Dream Team would spread out to farm just a little bit. You saw them earlier. They were grouped up pretty heavily in this area. But they had just spread out to farm a little bit, and that's when Fnatic struck. And it's so hard to be able to make that judgment call after you've already lost one hero you've been initiated on, and a support or a core is already down. It's hard to make that call to say, let's go ahead and take this team fight anyway, despite the fact that it's 4 versus 5. And the result is, oftentimes, they just have to back up. And again, the chase coming out from Hani ensures that you'll get at least one extra kill. Which is how ZXC fell. Earthshaker. Let's see Veil of Discord, buddy. Let's see it. He's got 2,100 gold, so he's on his way. He already has the Force Staff, so he's got all the mobility items in the world. Shiva's was the pick up there for Afterlife, trying to go in for a little bit of extra team fight for them. Luna, though, could be grabbing the Eagle Song in a minute here if he wants to. But his buyback is going to be up in 50 seconds, so scratch that. He's just going to hold on to his gold for now. Still, though, I mean, Era's going to be able to sit out in front. I don't think that Dream Team will be able to siege down Raxes like they were hoping to. There goes the Disruption as well as the Manta blown by Era, getting all those bouncing glaives to deal with all these minions, but does get a little bit low. Fisher goes down. No Tail caught out by that one. Range Rax is getting about down to half health. As long as Dream Team back up at the right time, they're losing a lot of their minions. They're going to go in on this. Disruption goes down. Beautiful time for that one. Now Era not going to pop the BKB. He does have the Aegis if necessary, so he's just going to go Rambo in. Fnatic smell blood here. They're going to move in. PGG was looking to be able to get it, but he was already silenced. The Echo Slam did not go off in time fly. He's not going to be able to get off his black hole this time around. His Afterlife already doomed him up, but it's a bad fight for them so far. Nubik focused on by Hani. He's going to try and teleport away in this short moment. They can't get enough damage in time. Trixie didn't have it. The nuke goes out from the Rubik. Able to finish off Trixie. Will trade his life for that one. Black hole now going down on nothing. As nobody's caught out by that one. Afterlife Force Staffed away, but he's still going to be caught as the continued pursuit from Fnatic will get the kill, and all of a sudden Fnatic, despite the fact that they were Rax down there, and they even lost a range Rax towards the end. I put them actually in control of this game. I think they're going to be able to push this out. We're going to see Era no longer have to worry about buybacks so much, and will be able to invest into a Butterfly. Maybe he goes for the Satanic build just for the extra tank, but yeah, he's still going to go for Butterfly. It's just a standard build. I thought maybe you would go for a Satanic, maybe consider it just for the possibility of all the magic damage coming out from Dream Team from that Invoker, but if you do get caught out by the Telekinesis and there isn't a Disruption to be able to save you, you might need that extra tank, but Butterfly, of course, is standard and will also help out his survivability by quite a bit. BKB is going to be next item of choice for Nubik. He's having a hard time with Hani. That could have been such a different team fight, but PGG with that blink in, he was actually in a decent position to get a pretty good Echo Slam. They weren't so grouped up they were going to be hit by the Aftershock, but he would have definitely damaged 3 or 4 heroes there with the Echo Slam. But he was silenced up by Hani and just beaten to a pulp at that point. Dream Team again going for another push here. This time it's going to be going for the melee racks, which is a little bit harder, especially since this Luna is getting bigger and bigger. Telekinesis goes out, no tail, not using the Disruption just yet. Realizes he's not in trouble. Hani already popped that ultimate, pops the BKB. They need to be able to kill this ward. Now focusing on Nubik, who doesn't have a BKB yet to be able to defend himself, so he will fall. Afterlife pushes forward, but now moving back. Pipe goes down. Ooh, Hani getting a little bit low from that level death there, as Afterlife gets the extra bit of damage. But nobody going down for Fnatic, and they already killed a big core. I'm surprised Dream Team are still sticking around for this one. But they feel confident that they can still take this fight. Era's even. He still has his Eclipse. I almost wondered if maybe he used Eclipse and I missed it. And that's why Dream Team felt confident to stick around. But not even that was used. Vacuum, wall, all still up. All the big ultimates are still around. It's a shame that melee racks did get really low there.
Invisibility.
It's just the issue is that Dream Team, because they couldn't finish it off, it's now going to be regenning up, and unless they go for another suicide push like that. I mean, you saw every single time Nubik is just being focused down. BKB is popped, and Hani immediately focuses on two things. He goes for the ward first, take that away, because we got a lot of heavy spells being used on the Fnatic side, so that ward is a big danger for a lot of Fnatic. So he takes down the ward and then immediately focuses on Nubik. And he's such a squishy hero, it's easy to lock him down. More illusions go out as the rest of the Zook farms in, trying to finish off that melee Rax, but they're not going to get it. Fisher goes down, and all that ends up happening is they feed away a lot of gold there to Fnatic. They need another 75 seconds for the next round, or they try and do it without it, which I think is just asking for trouble. Nubik runs forward. He does get off a blast without being punished. Afterlife now moving forward to try and finish out that melee rank. So he's going to pop the BKB. There goes the Doom onto Hani. Vacuum and wall combo does a lot there with Eclipse. The rest of the Dream Team will be forced away as Doom focuses on that Rax, is able to get it in the end before he goes down. Rubik is going to fall as he gets caught out by the Malefice. ZXC turns on Era here. There goes the Echo Slam, and PGG, he's going to be able to get one, possibly even two here. Fly getting low. Pugna zapping away that health, doesn't quite get it. And No Tail going to be able to now focus on him. Disruption goes down. Hani's just going to finish him off with a simple nuke there. As that was so damn close from PGG. He left so many heroes low there, but
middle tower is under attack.
in the end, Dream Team lose 4, only grabbing the Darkseer. Sure, they got that melee Rax, and that's helpful. But you keep on feeding a lot of gold to Fnatic. They're gaining more and more of an advantage, and it's becoming less and less likely you'll be able to actually take that final set of Rax. Because now we got Luna with a butterfly. Soon as you have Satanic, Luna carry is fully online. Like, now you have a ton of damage off the butterfly. The only real question is whether or not you maybe get popped before you're able to pop your BKB. Like, maybe the Earthshaker is able to jump in, hit a good Echo Slam, locking down you as well as the Shadow Demon. And it's why you don't really need the that much health up on the Luna, because you have the BKB, so if you see it coming, you can pop it. If you get caught out in some way, the Disruption is there to save you, and you immediately pop the BKB after the Disruption is down. So their biggest hope is Dream Team just being able to lock down both of those heroes and blow the Luna up. And even then, they should always have a buyback. You can see how much Era is saving on, holding on to his gold. He's saving every single penny just to make sure that if something does go wrong in the next couple minutes, he will be able to buy back. Because if he doesn't have that buyback, they leave their last set of racks exposed. And once you have Mega Creeps, it's so easy. Like, for now, it's just Super Creeps in the middle and top lane. They can handle that. Mega Creeps is an entirely different story. Aghanims on ZXC, you got the Necrobook 3, everything else, all the mobility items. How's our Enigma doing, by the way? He's got a BKB. So that now means Doom probably has to be used on Fly every single time. Because otherwise, he's still a good target, especially if Afterlife can get the jump in before BKB, before the pipe is popped. You're actually taking away a lot of teamfight potential for Fnatic as well. Not only just the black hole, but also you're doing damage to that Enigma before he can pop the BKB, so the magic damage is being applied, but also the pipe being taken out of the picture. That active not being there. Fnatic, they're going to try something tricksy here. Come in from the side. Rubik, it's going to be the first target here for Hani. Nubik on the side is also going to be focused down, but looks like it's just going to be Nubik. Good force staff by ZXC. Bringing his hero back, and that's now Black Hole down. Or not Black Hole, but a BKB on cooldown for Fly. They didn't catch any heroes there. If they had wrapped around exactly what Hani just put, they tried to cheat themselves by coming in through the side here. If they had just wrapped all the way around, they would have been able to force a fight. But as it was, Dream Team were able to get themselves up this staircase, and you can't really go up the staircase to force a fight. You're putting yourself at too much of a disadvantage. Whether it's the miss percentage, it's the lack of vision to be able to see what heroes are hitting you. Hell, certain situations like PGG just standing there waiting for a good black hole or Echo Slam to be able to jump in. It's not worth the risk. I think Hani was right. They should have wrapped around through the secret shop. They would have had then that high ground advantage, or at least be able to fight people on an even ground. More slow pushes. Nubik gets a little bit low, but good force staff. Nuke's going to be able to finish him off, though. It's a problem. He's just so damn squishy. Trixie comes in. He grabs one. Era getting low. There goes that black hole, but Era should be going down here. Sunstrike is going to be able to land. Doesn't do any damage, though. PGG gets himself away. Meatball goes down at the same time. ZXC as well as PGG, they're going to be taken down in the back. Afterlife just trying to get himself a little bit of distance. Turn around. Echo Slam goes in. And PGG once again may be able to make the turn as now the rest of the heroes are separated. No tail in the back. Will be going not enough. Oh, finally the Fateful comes in, finishes him off. Earthshaker, he goes down to fly at the same time. Hani tries to make his way, still pursuing onto ZXC. Force stab, force stab, force stab. He doesn't have it. He didn't use it there. Afterlife, he was still sticking around. He was able to finish off the tier 3, it looks like, but it's going to cost him his life. A little bit more room, a little bit more for Dreamtime as they finish off that tier 3. But Fnatic are just getting more and more and more of gold lead. 7,500 gold. 25,000 experience lead. This is insane. But Fnatic, they're still unable to push out. Not yet. It's really great that they killed that Era there. Because if Fnatic had been able to push back Dreamtime and Era was still up and was able to farm up and get those hero kills and also get some creep kills as well, he would be purchasing his next item and still be retaining to that buyback gold. But as it is, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to grab that next item, which looks like maybe Lincoln's here. As we go for that Scotty Luna, which, hey, it's Fnatic, man. They love their Scotty. Not sure if I would agree with it on the Luna, but hey, it's really good stats. Give it that much. But a Lincoln's would be able to ensure that you aren't going to be shut down by that Doom, or at least less likely to. And sure enough, Afterlife is holding on to Centaur Stun right now. He's probably going to be working on Assault Cuirass next, but yeah, this is bad. This is bad for Dream Team. Because right now, Fnatic are going to be able to take control of this Roche pit, and if they win this fight, they're going to take control of the map. Of course, if they lose it, it's all over for Fnatic. BKB being popped there from Eras. The Rubik jumps in. Now he's going to be able to force staff himself through. Getting over the cliff. Nicely done. Afterlife focusing on Trixie here, puts the Doom on him to make sure there's going to be no more vacuum walls. Era also going to be decrepified as well, and Fnatic, I think they just gave away everything here. Era's going to go down on the side. At the same time, Fly is chasing away the Rubik, and on the side as well, Hani will be able to finish off PGG, so they're going to get something here. Fly needs to get this extra support. Back to the secret shop area, though. No Tail running away from Nubik, trying to get himself away. The Yule Scepter, though, it borrowed him a little bit of time, but not enough to truly get away. Rubik will be forced back to the base, but the cores are still up for Dream Team, and they're going to push in. They have this middle lane. Top and middle are pushing in. They can go straight for the ranks, but Era has already bought back. I think they got themselves the advantage they needed. They shouldn't be getting too greedy here. Fly does have a black hole up in just 11 seconds. Hani is in biz. He's going to be going for Nubik, already stunning him up. He's going to be able to finish him off before it's all over. Nubik, no, he gets force staff. Now the mech goes off, and he's going to be able to get himself away. Hani being sucked of all his life. A little bit extra magic damage, but not quite enough to kill him. They always have to focus on the throne, though, because it's getting low. 3,600 health. The creeps are streaming in from all sides. And now you see, like, 2 racks advantage, man. It is so tough to deal with, even if you have really, really good late game. Like, this Doom isn't even like a late game force right now. He is still like that mid game Doom with only the Shivas. Maybe if you had an Assault Cuirass, you'd be looking at some serious physical damage from this Doom, but that's just not the case. It's just them constantly having to split their resources and deal with this sieging. Now the range racks is going to go down. Glyph goes off at the right time, but range racks should still fall here. The rest of the creeps will be able to finish off. Nubik going to be held up. No force that. He's going to be able to save him this time around. His Dream Team Force staff on PGG double as he blinks himself away as well. And look at all those mobility items. Doing a lot of work. PGG trying to get off of Fisher. Trixie was hoping to be able to get a good vacuum there. But the mobility items, very smart decision there from Dream Team to allow themselves to be able to siege and disengage. Siege and disengage. Throne still getting low, 2,800 health. Keeps on taking down more and more as they're forced to, they have to run these 5 heroes in order to beat Dream Team in a fight. The problem is Dream Team are not committing to a fight. Every single time they're getting away. Afterlife pops his BKB, now stunned up by the Night Stalker. Going to try for a teleport here, but walks himself away as the Train Native comes in. It will be good enough. All right. Pugna saw the BKB earlier. Oh, Era sneaking this one in. I didn't even notice until now, but Era, he's sneaking in a Roshan. There should be no reason he should get this off, but Dream Team caught completely unaware this is going to be big ZSC. He may also be caught here. He has no one to be able to save him. The Purge. Nah, there it goes. Finally goes off No Tail, gets it. And they just, with that one pickoff, ensured themselves Aegis as well as Cheese. Fnatic clawing themselves back into this game. Holding on for all dear life. BKB, Pipe, Blink Dagger up for Fly. Trixie maybe thinking about a potential Aghanims here for... you don't have the greatest carries to be able to get illusions of. But it's decent. I mean, you're getting so late into the game that an Aghanims upgrade is always good for a Darkseer. But maybe he goes for BKB, I guess? Getting through some of these disables. Finally, Satanic is up for Era, and now he is a big, big threat. And where the hell did he go with that ultimate orb? What the hell? Did he sell it? Am I missing something here? He already had the Manta. What in the world? Odd. Anyway, I agree with the Satanic. Either way, Satanic, obviously, great late game item for Era. He's got so many extra lines here. Nubik may have to pop his BKB in defense of himself. Afterlife does get the Doom off on Hani, but he's so damn tanky. They need extra damage to be able to ensure the kill here. BKB is now popped by the Doom. He starts man-fighting up against Aaron with the Refresher. Lays it down on Era. Era can do nothing here but turn and fight. The Echo Slam goes down, locking down 2. Already No Tails out of the fight. Trixie's down as well. Era's going to be focused down in Fnatic. They tried to get aggressive, but now all they're left with is a bad team fight. We do have Aegis coming back. Era's going to pop the Manta, turns on the Eclipse ultimate, but he's still going to be taking so much concentrated damage from all of Dream Team. We do have a buyback. Oh no, they don't have a buyback for the Luna. It's up for Hani, but it isn't up for the Luna. He's going to find the Rubik here. Small blessings for him. Hopefully he'll be able to grab another one, but the Doom, the 3 cores are up for Dream Team. They may try and force this 3 versus 4. We do have a Black Hole that is still up for Fly, so actually I don't think they should go for it. The jump in, No Tail. Already Soul Catcher's up on Nubik, and he doesn't have a BKB to be able to defend himself. The nukes will be enough. Now the vacuum into the wall, helping out, but they still need Fly to be able to come in and throw in that Black Hole. Now he's going to stun up Afterlife with the Malefice. At the same time, ZXC will be focused down by Hani. Oh man, that Force Staff, now the blink away, he's fine. Afterlife also getting himself away. And again, the throne exposed. Once again, dropping down to 2,500 health. ZXC already comes in, puts down a little bit of extra right-click damage. Now it's down to 1,500 health. And Hani, despite the fact that ZXC was so low there, couldn't do anything about it. PGG comes in with another Boots of Travel. They're just trying to keep these creeps focused on the racks. Force Spirits are still focusing on the throne here. And Dream Team are just playing this game. You have the Luna up in 17 seconds. It's a great way to be able to defend your throne. You got all those bouncing blades, but Hani, he's already down. He doesn't have a buyback. They're focusing on the throne. They want to go for it. Fly. He pops his BKB. Not going for the Black Hole just yet. They're going to get PGG here, guaranteed. More Necronomicon minions work their way towards the throne. It's dropping down even lower. Dream Team, they're doing whatever damage. Fly. Ooh, that Sunstrike. The right idea. 700 health. Getting lower and lower. Era is back. There's your main source of damage, but a Doom is already up on him. Afterlife, he's going to go for the throne here. He's already stopped so much. Abyssal on him. He's stunned up. He has to walk himself away, but Era, he's getting low. He can't go down again. He doesn't have a buyback. He doesn't have the gold for it. This should be it. Malefice is up on the Rubik. He's going to fall. Now the rest of the racks are being focused. The throne is low, but Mega Creeps are also going to be up soon. If the Afterlife can just finish off that melee racks, he's going to be focused down here. Nobody else from his team is going to be able to go for the throne just yet. So he doesn't get the melee racks, and Fnatic somehow still alive here. The Siege Creeps, the Forge Spirits, they're still doing bits of damage. It's getting to the point where just one hero might be able to just YOLO into the racks, Rambo in, finish it off. It's sitting at 280 health. They're focusing. They're trying to get actually these stupid mega Siege Creeps. They're doing so much damage now. They're pulling it back to the fountain, but this is the opportunity. DT, they're going to move forward, and this should be it. They're going in. Pugna, he's going to be able to get that last blast, and they get it. GG. Dreamtime somehow managed to make their way back into this game after a terrible start for their push lineup. But somehow they sieged their way through the top set of racks. Took a long time to get that mid set. And then finally, after siege after siege after siege, tier 4s went down while they were pushing in bottom, leaving that throne exposed. Well played by Dream Team. They tie up the series 1-1. If you guys have not stuck around, if you're just out joining us for this amazing match, well played by Dream Team. We are not yet over for the broadcast. I'm going to go back. We're going to go to the replay. We'll cast Game 1 over again, so if you want, stick around for that. But in the meantime, guys, that's it for you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I apologize for the technical difficulties in the beginning. It's just... just somebody messed with his studio. Badly. So, that's it. That's it for if you watch both games. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to have the little bit of a break here. We'll go back, cast Game 1 again. That way we have a good VOD and everything else. So, yeah. Thanks so much for sticking around, guys. Well played by Dream Team. We'll be back after just a few minutes. I have to load up the replay and everything else. So we'll go ahead, drop it, play some music and all that sort of thing. We'll be back with Game 1 replay.